Hey, J-Mike, real quick. I got an idea for a new video for you to do.
I thought I was the one with the great ideas. I mean, this is my show, right? I could have swore it said J Mike's Movie Nights. I'm J Mike.
Yeah, I got a great idea for you to work on this week. It is involving the. Hear me out now. Hear me out. It's involving horror movies. You like horror movies, right?
Of course, I like horror movies. That's one of my favorite genres. I mean, you're the producer, right? Shouldn't you know this?
I know, but don't forget to mention the new sponsor we got this week. You have to do that. That is a must. You have to mention the new sponsor this week. I am super excited.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna do that. That's part of my thing. I'm going to do that. I mean, again, this is my show. This is what I do. Oh, I do have an idea. I need you to get out. I have an idea.
Okay. I won't bother you anymore. Have a great show. Let me know how it turns out.
Okay, I'll let you know. Oh yeah, by the way, nice shoes. All right, go ahead and kick that intro. Welcome to J Mike's Movie Nights. It's me, J Mike, and tonight we are here with a new video series. Yes, indeed. But before we get into all of that, got some disappointing news. We did lose a sponsor, Den Wiesel's exotic auto sales. We lost him a sponsor. Apparently, one of the interns didn't return a car when he was out there driving around testing the car. He didn't return it. So they're still looking for him. I'm not going to say his name, but they're still looking for him. And if you're watching this video by chance, please return that Lamborghini. I'm just tell you right now, it's best that you return it and get it over with. But we do have a new sponsor, Romero George's dating service. Their motto is, if we can't find you a date, then it's too late. Located at 1747 Bub Dub Avenue. They say you get 30% off your first video message if you mention this video, J Mike's Movie Nights video. Now, if you want to set up an appointment at Romero George's dating service, please call 555 Find Me a Date, please. That's 555 Find Me a Date, please. Romero George's dating service. If they can't find you a date, then it's too late. All right. Before we get into the movie portion, I get into what we're going to be doing in this video. I got a new what I want to call it. I think a new video segment. It is called "Why the Hell They Do That." In this segment, I go through different movies and pick out things where either the character does something just ridiculous that just messes it up for the whole movie, or the studio or director does something that's just like, what? It's a head scratcher. So for today's why the hell they do that, is the Matrix, the very first Matrix. The scene in question is, or the character in question, scene in question is when Cypher, one of the characters, he wants out of the Matrix. So he sets a booby trap, or not a booby trap, but a trap for our heroes, Neo, Morpheus, Trinity, and a couple of other side characters. After they meet the Oracle, they get trapped in a building. So the agents are right there. They're in the wall, and Morpheus decides to bust out of the wall and get into it and sacrifice himself for so Neo can escape, because Neo's the one. I'm like, why the hell he do that? All he had to do was just fall down just like the rest of them did. They all fell down, they shot their Uzis, and they got out of there. Now, what happens after that is, well, you don't get the whole bullet time, dodging bullet thing on the roof when they go back to save Morpheus, and then you don't get the helicopter crash into the building. That was real cool. They showed it in all the trailers and whatnot. You don't get all that if he just went and did that. But I'm just thinking to myself, and as far as the story goes, why the hell he do that? All right, let's get on with the rest of the video about movies. All right, so I will be talking about horror movies, my top 20 1980 to 1989 horror movies. Now, with this video, because some of these movies, they're my favorites, but I hadn't seen them in a while. So I had to go through and write down some stuff, some interesting stuff about them, so I don't mess up anything and I don't get anything wrong. So I'm going to be reading a little bit from paper to keep myself on topic. So the video won't be too long. All right. So let's go ahead and kick it off. I know y'all want to know. The first video, this series, is going to be 2 videos. First one is 20 to 11 and then 10 to 1. So right now we're going to go into the 20 to 11. And I'm not going to go into a full review like I normally do. I'm just going to go ahead and give you just a little bit of it. Not even going to really do fun facts unless something pops in my head right then and there, and give you a little reason why they are my, I think they're cool. I think they're fun. My favorite top 20. All right. Number 20. Basket Case, 1982. If you never heard of this, check this movie out. It is crazy. It's about these conjoined twins who get separated, and they didn't want to get separated, and they set out for revenge on the doctors who performed the surgery. Now, why this movie is called Basket Case, because one of the conjoined twins is deformed, and the quote unquote normal guy, the normal brother, he keeps his brother, the deformed brother, in a basket. That's right. It's the 80s. They didn't care back in the 80s. They was just putting out whatever. So they set out for revenge against the doctors who separated them unwillingly. And, well, in the movie, just give you a little bit of the movie, the deformed basket brother, I'm going to call him Basket Brother. The Basket Brother, he tries to rape one of the normal brother's girlfriend. And he couldn't do it because his body all deformed. So he get mad and kill her. And then the brother finds out and he's like, why you kill her? And then, a fight ensues. But it's crazy. It's the 1980s. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Basket Case, 1982. Number 19. C.H.U.D, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dweller. 1984. Now this movie, if my brothers are watching this movie, Johnny or Dwayne, if they're watching this movie, or if they're watching this video, I'm sorry, if they're watching this video, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember seeing C.H.U.D for the first time on TV, not a VHS or anything like that. And I remember watching it real late at night, and at the time, because I was young, I didn't really know a whole lot what was going on. I just knew that they were underground dwellers, and it had an acronym for a name. But, reviewing, going back and looking at this for this movie review here, for this list rather, I was surprised at how deep this movie is. This movie is kind of deep. All right, so the synopsis is this photographer is working on a project, taking pictures of the homeless and stuff, for, like a portfolio or like an art piece or whatever. And he finds out that some of the homeless people that he took pictures of are coming up missing. And he, does some investigation, and he finds out that the homeless people are living underground and they're mutated because they're dumping nuclear waste in the sewers of New York. And so the homeless people aren't really missing, they're just underground, and they eat people, and they capture people. So it's kind of like trying to figure out the cover up and expose the cover up. It's a really good movie. You should probably check it out. It's called C.H.U.D, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dweller. My number 19, came out in 1984. Number 18. HELLRAISER 2. All right, Hellraiser 2 was crazy. It upped the ante a lot from one. One was crazy. It upped the ante. If you're not familiar with the Hellraiser series, go check it out. It's crazy. It gets worse past 2, but 1 and 2 was pretty good. They're on this list. Number 2 is basically about, it kind of carries on with some of the same characters from 1. One of the things that scares me, there's only a couple things that scare me in scary movies, and one of them is crazy people, legit crazy people, and they got legit crazy people in this one. Check it out. You also find out, here's a fun fact, you also find out how Pinhead was created. So if you was ever wondering how Pinhead was created, the main Cenobite, they say it in this movie. Number 17. Poltergeist. That's right. Poltergeist is my number 17. Here's why I wasn't really feeling Poltergeist and it wasn't higher. It came out in 1982. If you want to wear, I got traumatized by the dumb clown in the movie. That clown scene messed me up, man. I was a kid and it came out and it was always showing on HBO, because back in the day they'd show it on HBO. If the movie came out that month, they was gonna show it like 57 times in like 2 weeks. So it was always on. It seemed like whenever I went over to my cousin's house, and it was always on, that damn clown scene. Dumbass clown. I don't like clowns, man. So that's why it's lower. But overall, it is a good movie. And if you're not familiar with Poltergeist, which would be weird if you're not, it stars a family moves in. I don't know. It stars what's his name? Can't think of his name right now. But I like him as an actor. Family moves into a house, into a new neighborhood, and that house and that whole housing development is built on Native American burial grounds. So, craziness ensues. All right. Number 16. Hellraiser 1. Same thing. It's crazy. Stupid box. They're trying to figure it out and then unleash the Cenobites. Check it out. Came out in 1987. Number 15. The BLOB remake. Man, the BLOB remake, it took the BLOB, because it came out in the original, it came out in 1950s. It was kind of a B movie. Still kind of a B movie, but they upped the ante. And one of the coolest scenes in the movie is the BLOB in the movie theater on the roof snatching people up. I thought that was pretty cool, because if you're in the theater watching this movie and then that scene come on, it's kind of meta, because you're like, oh my God, is it up there? I don't know. I'm watching the movie, and then the people in the movie is like looking at a scary movie and they getting snatched up by the BLOB. But the BLOB meteorite comes down, containing a government experiment, crashes into a small town and begins wreaking havoc, getting people, sucking people down drains, literally sucking them down the drain. It's crazy. Some of the special effects are pretty good. Some of them is real dated. Came out in 1988. It's dated, but I like it. It ups the ante. Fun fact: Shawnee Smith from the first couple of Saw movies, and I think she comes back in the later Saw movies. The chick with the trap on her head, she's in this movie. I'm not sure if this is her first movie, but she's in this movie. And she's one of the stars. Actually, she is one of the heroes in the movie. Number 14. Day of the Dead. It's the third sequel in the Night of the Living Dead trilogy, or I don't know how many up to now, but there's a bunch. At this point, zombies have taken over the world. They're outnumbering humans 400,000 to 1. And the movie takes place in an underground facility, and scientists are trying to find a solution to the zombie virus. And the scientists are down there, and there's some military personnel, and it's a stressful situation because the scientists ain't really doing anything to figure it out. And the soldiers are soldiers, and they're like, yo, you need to figure something out because people are dying. This experiments and stuff is dangerous. What are you doing? What are you doing, scientists? CREEPSHOW, 1982. It's a horror comedy anthology. Stephen King had a lot to do with some of the stories in here. He actually starred in one of them. Here's 5 short stories. First one is called Father's Day. A father comes back to life and gets revenge on the family for all their scheming and backstabbing. Second one is Lonesome Death by Jordy Verrill. Now, this is where Stephen King stars in a story that he wrote, short story. A man finds a meteorite and the contents attaches itself to him, and he pours water on it. After he pours water on it, begins taking over his body in the form of some sort of alien vegetation. The alien species needs water, so the man, he can't take the itching, so he jumps in the tub trying to relieve the itching, and it takes over. He falls asleep and it takes over the whole house, and he blows his brains out. And on the radio or TV, you hear the weatherman says it's going to be some rain. So that means the vegetation is going to take over. It's because it's going to grow out of control. All right. So the next one is, let's see. Something to tide you over. A man catches his wife and her lover and buries them in the sand on the beach, all the way up to their neck. And he just let them, and he puts a camera out there and watches them as the tide comes in, and they get killed. Next day, they come back to life and they bury the man out there, and they watch him as the tide comes in, and he gets killed. Kind of crazy. Oh, the next one is called The Crate. It's called The Crate. A creature is kept in a crate under the stairs at this place, and it eats several people. A man finds the crate, he uses it to kill his wife, and he throws the crate into the lake. I know it rhymes. I'm not the one who wrote this. It rhymes. Okay? So, and then the camera shows that the creature has escaped. So it's out there. All right. Next one is called The Creeping Up on You. It's a man who is cut off from all contact from the outside world, and during a lightning storm, he gets attacked and killed by cockroaches, and that knocks out all the power. Or the electric storm knocks out all the power. So the next day, one of his employees who comes in checks on him, and the guy treats the guy real bad. The employee treats him real bad, and he finds him, and the cockroaches bust out of him, and he tries to call for help, but nobody answers the phone. And then he asks the man, "What's the matter? Bugs got your tongue." Like I said, it's a horror comedy. It's the 80s. It's cheesy, whatever. All right. So that was number 13. It was long. I do apologize. I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit. Number 12. Angel Heart. Angel Heart. I don't know if any of you heard of this one. Came out in 1987. A man hires a private detective to find a person that has broken a contract. And through the many clues and stuff that the private detective goes on, comes to find out that everything ain't all what it seems. Now, the fun fact in this one is Denise from The Cosby Show is in it, Lisa Bonet. And Lisa Bonet is a Denise Huxtable in this. That's all I'm going to say. Also, Robert De Niro's in this. Check it out, because it is a good one. And actually go down to one of the set pieces is New Orleans. So they got a little voodoo and stuff in there. Check it out. And I know I'm going to get flamed for this one, but I'm sorry. Number 11. Child's Play. Came out in 1988. And if you're not familiar with Chucky by now, I don't know what to say for you. They just released a remake not too long, I think last year. So a serial killer on the verge of death through a voodoo ritual transfers his soul into the body of Chucky. Into the body of a good guy dog he named himself Chucky. His name's Charles Lee Ray. So, and that same possessed doll is given to this little boy on his birthday. Now the serial killer has to transfer his soul into the first person he revealed his true self to before he gets trapped in the doll permanently. I put it at number 11. It didn't crack the top 10 because in reality, now I know it's horror, but in reality, Chucky would not be killing people. There's no way this 2-foot dog is gonna get the upper hand. Now he might sneak up on me and stab me in the back or something. I can see that. But if I see this little dude coming at me, bruh, come on, man. Ain't nobody. Chucky, what Chucky gonna do? I mean, for real. Unless he's sneaking up, he come out the closet on you, or he sneak from up under the desk or something. Man, Chucky, come on, man. Anybody, you got a gun, Chucky's done, right? Hey, Ron, I'm sorry, I'm in the mood tonight, but Chucky ain't killing nobody out here tonight, man. Come on. All right, so I'm gonna recap. I'm gonna go ahead and recap real quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Appreciate y'all checking it out. Number 20, Basket Case. Number 19, C.H.U.D. Number 18, HELLRAISER 2. Number 17, Poltergeist. Number 16, HELLRAISER 1. Number 15, the BLOB remake. Number 14, Day of the Dead. Number 13, CREEPSHOW. Number 12, Angel Heart. And number 11, Child's Play, aka Chucky ain't finna be doing all that killing. Not all of them, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, all right, this has been Jaymike'S Movie Nights. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you like it enough, please share it. And if you want to see the next video in the series, you want to keep seeing more videos, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, just PSA real quick. Please, 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 please keep safety at the forefront of your mind. Wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, use your face mask if you're going to go out in public. Please, please, please be safe. And with that, peace.